Hey, what's up, man? It's CoJack, Mind of the Music episode 1. We in Vegas, featuring M.Young. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
Kim J ballin' on these hoes, huh? XDT produced that one.
Hey, I'm just finna talk something real quick. I'm finna make it real quick and easy. Hey, yeah. When I'm riding in my city, keep a gun on me. Fuck a mentor, I'm the big homie. Baby finna leave, I don't get lonely. Dick on me, plus her best friend when I ride pony. I been getting to the money, gotta act phony. My daddy told me, son, gotta stay on it. My baby mama said she finna bella on me. Tell on me, nigga, gotta get it, gotta stay hungry. Why you motherfuckers gotta hate on me? I been getting to the money ever since. Sold some of that, nigga, sold some of this. If it jumped at the Porsche, been hopped up the fence. 20 pounds in the trunk, 97 Crown Vic. Right lane, no rush, stay low from the pit. The girl done a whip, rolling weed with the shit. Finna take another flight in a day for the kid. It's your birthday, I'm finna give it to you, watch what you say. I'm finna give it to you in the worst way. You was risking everything so I can get paid. And now you're thirsty. Your mama calling me, I'm coming home late. Fuck a FaceTime % on 8. You know I'm getting money, watch what you say. When I'm riding in my city, keep a gun on me. Fuck a mentor, I'm the big homie. Baby finna leave, I don't get lonely. Dick on me, plus her best friend when I ride pony. I been getting to the money, gotta act phony. My daddy told me, son, gotta stay on it. My baby mama said she finna bella on me. Tell on me, nigga, gotta get it, gotta stay hungry.
Here with M.Young, Mind of the Music, episode 1. In Vegas, live and direct. So let's go ahead and get started. Why are we in Vegas?
Man, we in Vegas, man. It's the new hometown, man. It's the new city, man. This is the mecca of M.Young now. You know what I mean? Basically came out here, man, starting over, man. You know, if I can just be transparent, man, came out here, wanted to fix some things with my family, which, being transparent, everything wasn't fixed, but everything that was fixed was necessary. You know what I mean? So I'm out here making sure my kids see a strong man like they used to see before. You know, I wanted to show them, like, I'll drop anything to make sure y'all see me and that I'm around. So that's why we here in Vegas, man. And it's actually been the best move ever. You know what I'm saying? So I can't complain, man.
So, like, what's that transition like, though? To come from Peoria, move abruptly, because it's not like it was planned.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Drop everything, come out here alone. So what was that transition like?
That word was key, alone. The transition was, if I could be honest, it was hard, bro. You know what I mean? Coming from a city where it seemed like every corner you go to, somebody know you. Somebody gonna say what's up. Any party, any building, club, church, whatever. Grocery store, you going somewhere, somebody gonna know you. Somebody gonna say what's up. Somebody gonna come get a hug. Somebody gonna hate somebody. You feel me? Like, I'ma feel something. I actually came out here and I felt like I was just a fly on the wall. You know what I mean? So I literally had to adapt to what was going on. I had to grow up and understand that that person who everybody might know in Peoria, now I gotta be a man out here in Las Vegas, because I don't have that help just right here. I don't have that. I mean, we can pick the phone up and call people, but, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So a lot of people stop picking the phone calls up. A lot of people stop picking the FaceTimes up, and, you know, I needed that, though, because it helped me grow, man. You know, so, you know, it was hard being alone at first, man, but now, man, I'm cool, bro. As long as my kids is right there near me, I like I said, I've adapted. So I'm here, man. My mentality is just trying to make sure I get rich and they get rich. So that's it, man. We adapted, though.
After you dropped some music, you was going through some things. You was battling some things. So talk a little bit about that. How'd you get through that? And any advice you would give to anyone who's gonna battle that in the future or battling that stuff right now?
For sure, man. I went through deep depression. I went through, so anybody out there, if you say you're depressed or you going through, I'm not the person to look at you and say whatever. I get it. For sure, I get it. Especially, like I said, when you feel like you're right here and a few things happens and you just drop all the way to the ground and you feel like nothing. So I know how that feels, man. But I went through a deep depression, man. I actually, I went through a moment where, I'm gonna be transparent again. So I hope you don't mind. I was gonna kill myself, man. It was so much that happened in that past 2 to 3 months that I was ready to just give up, man. You know what I'm saying? Lady walked out. Can't blame her, though. All the BS I was doing, you know, being mature and looking back now, you know, I can really say, man, fly high, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, I get why you did what you did, you know? Me being certain areas, dealing with certain people, getting in certain situations that I didn't need to be in. All the situations I've been in, man, and putting myself in things, it was goofy. My mind was lost for a while. First of all, even from me losing my mom 3 years ago, it put me in a position where I ain't been the same person since. You know what I mean? So I went through some things, man, and it broke me. And I really feel like I needed it. I feel like God was sitting me down saying, all them times you was lying, saying you was this, and you had that beautiful lady at home. All them times you got on the plane and you had this in them bags. All the time you did this and you played this person or you did this and set this up. Man, I lost it. I lost it. And I really feel like God was turning everything around and throwing it right back in my face, but I couldn't take it. You know, I couldn't take it. I was finna take the easy way out and I was finna let it go. But I didn't. And we here now having this mind of the music, you feel me? That's all that matters, you dig what I'm saying? So when it comes to depression, trust me, if you need Marlon M. Young, Marlon Young Facebook, M. Young 94 on Instagram, hit me. I'm somebody to talk to. I will share my story easily, I promise.
Real. And just to piggyback off that, so like, do you feel that when your mom passed, did you allow yourself to grieve? Did you allow yourself to go through the emotions, the necessary emotions and the necessary time to deal with things? You know what I'm saying? Speak about that. How looking back, as you just said, that you didn't, you know what I'm saying, about how important it is to allow yourself to go through those emotions, to not, especially as us being black men, we taught you feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Don't go and keep moving forward. That's what we taught. So with that mentality, and then you see how that mentality ultimately helped deteriorate your mindset and lead to depression. So talk about that.
I 100% did not let myself grieve. I had my few crying days, and which, let me say this, I still have moments where I cry now and it's years later. But I had my few crying days and I went straight to the hard body I felt like I was supposed to be. You feel me? Watching my dad, if I could just be honest, watching him, and you know, that was his wife. Watching my dad go through what he was going through, and still having to have a shop to run, still having a church he had to go preach at. You feel me? I'm like, man, this man that strong. I wasn't thinking about the nights I wasn't around him. You feel me? While he was crying in the house alone, I wasn't thinking about that. I'm like, man, he ain't crying while I ain't crying. You know what? Okay, you gone, mom, I understand it, but let me try to do this to get my mind off that. Let me try to go over here to get my mind off that. And I started watching shit deteriorate, man. It's not the thing to do, bro. That's why now, if I'm going through something or if I feel away, bro, if I gotta cry, I'm gonna let them tears out. I understand tears is cleansing. That's really what that is. Somebody might make you mad, but you might cry to stop yourself from saying, fuck you. You feel me?
Facts.
So I'm starting to understand that, bro. Like, let that shit out, man. I got a homegirl right now. She had lost her dude, actually. And every time I see her IG, every single time she's talking about this particular guy. Now it's been some months now, and some people, you know the mentality we got. Some people, man, they ain't really going through. They doing all that. No, let that shit out. I even told her, I said, man, the way that you're grieving, I wish I had did that. A lot of stuff I lost, I probably wouldn't have lost. A lot of stuff I did, I probably wouldn't even have did if I would have just let it out and understood my mom was in a better place. I was angry, I was mad, and I didn't give a damn about nothing, bro. So, not grieving is the wrong thing to do. Let that shit out, man. Let that shit out. It's needed.
But one thing I can say, just knowing you, when your mom did pass, that's when you hit me and was like, I'm taking music serious. So, what got you to that point? What got you to that decision where during that dark place and that tough time right there, you turned to music as your outreach, you know what I'm saying, to save that. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, coping a different way or not doing nothing at all, you went back to the music.
So
how did that happen?
Which me and you can talk about it and laugh, man. If y'all don't know, my name was Marzell. What the fuck it was?
Marzell
Washington. When I first wanted to start this little music shit. And I did that because I'm like, man, I'm Denzel's son, and You know, cause he was the Oscar-winning type. So I'm like,
Denzel, my step pops.
You feel me? That's my step pops, and I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna get, man. All that shit was full. So y'all don't know what we talking about when he said call me for real. That is a backstory with that. So when I called you for real, bro, it was deeper because I have told my mom, I'm about to start get back into music. Mom, I'm about to start. You should do it, son. But mom, I don't really want to talk about this. I'm gonna be talking about, man, she ain't look at me and say no at all. I can't wait to hear the first song. I never went to the studio. A couple weeks later, she gone. So I literally told myself I will no longer have a thought in my head and not push on it. No more. You know how many geniuses it is? How many millionaires, secret millionaires? Matter of fact, let me put that in a different way. Do you know how many talented millionaires there is that don't even know they got the money sitting right there from if they just move? They just take that one step. I feel like, which I know she watching me now, but I feel like, man, I feel like I messed up when it came to that. I feel like my mom was really excited, and I knew she was a fan already without even hearing anything. So, bro, when I lost her before I put anything out, bro, it was like, oh, hell no, nigga, you finna get to it now. And this is gonna be something that helps you cope, for sure. So I had to get to the music, bro. I feel like I'd be a fuckboy if I didn't. I told my mom, my best friend, she's tatted on me. She's tatted on me. I told her, I'm gonna get this shit popping, and I didn't, bro. So it did something to me. So now, that's why, even more so now in life, I go hard in everything I do. And I don't give a damn if somebody got a problem with it. If you in my way, I'm kicking you the fuck out. I'm sorry. Or I'm shooting or punching, I'm doing something. We gonna get to that goal. You see? Yeah. So man, yeah, bro, I ain't holding nothing no more. Life too short. You don't know when something gonna end.
Facts. So would you say that's the mind of the music then?
For sure.
Right there, that's the mind of the music?
For sure.
That's the backstory behind it?
For sure.
Hell yeah.
And people don't even understand that. It took for my mom to go for me to be able to give y'all this beautiful music I've been giving y'all.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
CoJack, M.Young, Mind of the Music Part 1. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
Revelation 21:4 say, He will wipe every tear from your eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain. For the old order of things has passed away. I had so many tears drop, now I hate water puddles. Most of these tears fell from my face cause a nigga lost his mother. More of the tears came from the time they tried to kill my brother. But my nigga a hard body, and the nigga who did it, I want him. I wanna pull up with no mask so they know it's me. Take his body and hide that bitch so they didn't know it's me. Get it a whip and do the dash. It's time to roll the weed. What a shame, I'm sick of this pain. I just wanna get back to me. I'm hot as a factory, so these demons be after me. Depression attacking me, heart they going up rapidly. And I ain't got no time for no woman that's down to me. She love you today and tomorrow she wanna leave. Yes. Wow. See, the definition of pain is physical suffering or discomfort caused by illness or injury. But the thing about illness and injury is healing, even if it is death. Let's go. Click, clack, pow. Lay a nigga down. Lot of fuck shit in my city, and I ain't playing around. I be by my lonely. Got a couple guns around. Lil' mama said she want me, so I'ma take her down. I had so many tears drop because the nigga was broke. Now a nigga walk up and haul about it, look like I'm selling dope. Man, these streets so fucked up. It's time to give them hope. It's time to feed the poor. It's time to give them hope. We kicking down the doors.
Preacher's Kid.
Yeah. Preacher's
Vibes.
Kid. Vibes.
You know, we got another EP dropping. We'll talk about that a little later. But Talk a little bit about Preacher's Kid for anyone who hasn't checked that project out.
Man.
Early beginnings right there.
First of all, the Preacher's Kid is on all DSPs, all digital streaming platforms right now. So just put M.Young in there and it's everywhere. Preacher's Kid was one of them joints, bro. That's my first album. You know what I mean? That was the album right after my mom passed, right after I came with I Do featuring Stunner. And I had a body of work that I was excited for people to hear. First of all, I was just amped up to go in the studio all the time. So and to see myself writing song after song after song, man, I was in a mode. So Preacher's Kid was that album to really let people know, like, this music shit, like, I'm taking it for real. And I got a body of work to give y'all, to show y'all I'm not playing. You know what I mean? And still had some in the cut that we actually cut out for that album. So it felt good, man. That was, you know, the first thing. It's crazy because we was just listening to it. You know, me and you, and shout out to my boy Solo behind the camera. We was just listening to it, and I actually appreciate it more now, you know what I mean, than I did before. So, man, like I said, if you ain't heard Preacher's Kid, go get it. All rapping. I know it's a lot different than what I'm doing now. Yeah, man.
So then you had the I Do featuring Stunner for Vegas prior to that.
Yeah.
So, and you had made music before, you know, with the Marzel Washington vibe you had, but I Do was your first song really where you was like, all right, I'm serious.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about in the last segment where what gave you the foundation of Mind of the Music, you feel me? So you get the I Do. How was that process like? What made you decide to get Stunner on that song, as well as the business aspect behind that? Because we come from a place, man, when you look at the artists that we got in the 309 right now, Peoria specifically, that's what I talk about. It's not too many people reaching out to artists, doing features, especially with the artists that at that time, when you got the Baby taking off, that's his first artist, you know what I'm saying, that he took off with. So what made you go ahead and go that route?
Well, first of all, the Baby taking off and me knowing that Stunner was right there under his wing, and I understood off top that me going to get Stunner was gonna make people really look at me and say, wow, he got Stunner. Even if the shit trash, because I really don't like the song. If you know me, if you know, I really don't like the song. You know what I mean? It was something to get y'all attention, but I understood that was gonna put me automatically in a group of people that was already being talked about, just because I spent that bread. It gave me streams off top, and it gave me a little bit of a fan base that was saying, okay, well, let's see what he want to do. I hate the song, I really do, I promise I hate the song, but it put me in a position where it made people say, okay, what's next? If he spent money for this, what he gonna spend money on next? You know what I mean? So
that's where I come from.
For sure.
So then you got Vibes. At that point in time, I say, and I think Solo agree with me too, from January to April of that year, M.Young, hottest in the city.
No secret.
You know what I'm saying? Hottest in the city, putting in a lot of videos, a lot of singles, previewing a lot of music at a show.
Yeah.
So
that changed. By the way, which I gotta say, I'm not even the person to pop my shit, but I gotta say the energy was totally different when I went up there. Totally different, especially when I started playing the new music. That's when I knew I had something.
Facts.
I knew it.
So then you get that radio play, the promotion. You got everyone backing you. You know what I'm saying? At that point in time, you doing things right. Soloing with you. You know what I'm saying? Me as well.
For sure.
So how did Vibes come about? As well as, can you break down that title as well?
If you've ever listened to that album, first of all, let me say this: Vibes is on all DSPs right now, on all digital streaming platforms. Just put M.Young Vibes right after that, you can get it. If you've ever heard that album, which you have, Solo has, if you've ever heard that album from start to finish, it's giving you so many different feels. You know what I mean? Starting out with Sit Down, going to On the Way, going to Smoke With Me after, bro. It's such a vibe that album is really just the experiences I was going through that year. I guess a lot of true stories in there that you really don't even know. If you know, you know. Everything in there is real life. And it was at a time where, like I said, I felt like I was up here, and then I got my ass kicked right back to the bottom. So you know, Vibes got a lot behind. got a lot behind it. And I think that's why I got the praise it got. But I think people really were saved when I went through what I went through, because if I would have put the right amount of money into that album, I'd have been took off. That's not no cocky talking, that's real life. It was the proof in the pudding.
For sure.
Go listen to it.
So what would you say this song, if you had to, if it's somebody who ain't never heard M.Young before, they watching this right now and they looking at vibes, what's the song you would tell them to listen to?
Off top, go listen to On Me.
Facts.
Off top, go listen to On The Way. Off top, go listen to Smoke With Me. Off top, On My Mama featuring Pretty JD. Going Hard featuring 10K. Like, that album, man.
Just say the album.
That album, man. You feel me? Like,
hell yeah.
Man, it's different.
For sure, man.
It's different.
We gonna talk about what you got next for the next segment, for sure, man. Stay tuned, Mind of the Music with M.Young.
Life from Vegas.
Baby, put your number in my phone. I'm just tryna get your ass along. Know that nigga broke, he need a loan. I'm just tryna turn up in my room.
A10, where the side? You know I'm rolling that OG. I think we got one. Huh? Matter of fact, I know we got one. Huh?
Thick bitch, she gon' let me hit. Ratchet bitch, I ain't fucking with. We pop out and turn up the city. What you drinking? You say you're the reason. What you smoking? What you other side? What a jiggers, bitch, I'm going high. Bitch, I'm turned, and like, oh my God. Living life, I might not see tomorrow.
I'm like, oh my God, might not see the mom. She gon' let me hit it when she see my car. I'm like, shawty, tell me what you drinking from the bar. This a Optimo with OG, this ain't no cigar. I'm smoking on exotic, I'll call it iguana. My car go fast as fuck, I'm always in the sauna. I asked her where she get it, she said from her mama. And she gon' let me hit it, she know I got commas. Shawty said she got a man. Whole time that boy my biggest fan. If it's static, then it's automatic. Only bougie bitches, I don't do no ratchet.
Thick bitch, she gon' let me hit. Ratchet bitch, I ain't fucking with. We pop out and turn up the city. What you drinking? You say you're the reason. What you smoking? What you other side? What a jiggers, bitch, I'm going high. Bitch, I'm turned, and like, oh my God. Living life, I might not see tomorrow. Baby, put your number in my phone. I'm just tryna get your ass along. Know that nigga broke, he need a loan. I'm just tryna turn up in my room. We gon' party like it's 99. VIP bitch, we gon' jump the line. Say you got it, but we know you lying. Don't call me slime, you ain't wanna rhyme. I like how she make it shake. Big ol' booty cause of earthquake. Turn it up, that my DJ. Run it back, I need a replay. Do say in my bottle, dry the boat or something. I just popped the yappy, I might float or something. You standing on the wall, must be broke or something. Your bitch keep looking at me, I'ma show her something. Thick bitch, she gon' let me hit. Ratchet bitch, I ain't fucking with. We pop out and turn up the city. What you drinking? You say you're the reason. What you smoking? OG other side. What a jiggers, bitch, I'm going high. Bitch, I'm turned, they like, oh my God. Living life, I might not see tomorrow.
Life from Vegas.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Man, Life from Vegas is, man, Life from Vegas. Man, I've been here damn near the past year. And Life from Vegas is me talking about everything that Vegas has been bringing me, has been offering me. Everything, I don't want to say that Vegas can give somebody, but I'm giving you the Vegas that's been given to me. That's been given to me, you know what I mean? It's a vibe also. It was almost close to being vibes too, but that's on the way. We'll talk about that a little later. But Life from Vegas, man, is different. It's more mature. I'm still popping my shit, but life is different for me now. So everything I'm talking about, even some of the sounds and the tones that I'm doing, it's a little different from what you might be used to hearing in vibes. But I'm still, you know, talking to the ladies, letting them know what it is. I'm still giving the fellas something that they can bob their head to. But man, it's richer. It's it's more sophisticated, you know what I mean? It's grown man, and it's showing the difference of, you know, just small situations to me damn near turning into a boss, you feel what I'm saying? So that's really what we're trying to do with this album, is showing people the progression is real. You know, it just wasn't the move, it's everything. So then you got No Love. Yeah. You got the Cosmos. Wow. You got Hundreds. Wow. You know what I'm saying? You got Beat It, which ain't out. Wow. But obviously we already heard it. For sure. So it's safe to say you back. Man. All 4 of those songs pretty much been recorded here. Yeah. So what can the people expect from what you've already delivered and the difference between that and Vibes so far? Atmosphere-wise, when you recording, because you recorded Vibes all the way in Peoria. For sure. So now you here, what's the difference in your music? For sure. Shout out 10K for sure. I did a lot of my stuff there at well, everything there at his studio. You know what I mean? The difference of the vibes is that when I'm going into the studio, man, that's why we right here by the Stratosphere. I'm right up the street. When I come out the studio doors, I'm looking right at that. It's giving me such a different vibe. Me seeing the lights, me knowing that I'm around a few million versus 100,000. You know what I mean? I feel like I can reach the stars a little more. You know what I mean? So the whole feel, you gonna say, oh man, he out there doing some shit. You know what I mean? You hear it. You know, Vibes is me talking to the ladies, me giving a few things that was going on around that time. That was right before I went through my depression and everything like that. This album, you hear Marlon is back, M.Young is back, you hear it. If you know, you know. So when you hear number one, especially when you talking No Love, that was, shout out Polo Boy, that was something that I came out with to give everybody like a little bang, you know what I mean? I came hard with the Polo Boy production. I came with the little me talking my shit, you know what I mean? Nice little video to come with it. Boom, hit him with the Cosmo, me letting people know, okay, yeah, I'm from Illinois. Yeah, you know, I got everything going on in Vegas right now. So let me show y'all that I'm kind of adapting to this right now. I'm different. I ain't the same guy. And then you got Honey. Shout out my boy Looney Ray. He was actually able to come out here and we recorded that out here. You know what I mean? Give it a totally different feel. And that song is such a vibe. You know what I mean? And then we got Beat It that's coming out. And when people hear that, they gonna understand the dynamics of Marlon for real, for real. I feel like I'm giving you everything that had happened in the past year in such a way that you're gonna play it and you're gonna play it and you're gonna play it, especially when the video drop. I'm giving you everything you need just in that one song. In reality. Yeah. And then you back with the video. So what is it like being in Vegas and still being able to connect with Solo? Well, first of all, you gotta think Solo, that's my boy too. So when it come to the communication side, it's like, hey bro, I need this, you know what I'm saying? Let's pop it. Because he already know on my end I'm finna come with it. So it's like, it makes it even better because at home I feel like we hit a peak. You know what I mean? You go downtown, you got somebody's house, you know what I mean? You got the skyrise where you can see Peoria, and it's like, you feel me? And it's like, that's it. We done came out here. I haven't made a video like the Cosmo. That was such a vibe, and that's a 2-minute song. Hundreds was in a big studio. I did something in the studio before, but that one was a little different. I actually has different booths, instruments, you know, IMAX, TVs on the wall. You know what I mean? They gave us a different vibe. When you talking No Love, man, I'm in the mountains. I'm in the mountains, bro. You know what I mean? I'm seeing, we not even talking about the strip. I'm looking at the mountains, bro. Like, man, look at this. Look at what God created. I'm out here in it. So it's like the vibe, man, it's like it's actually making me and Solo go even harder because it's giving us more options. So it's like, man, let's be creative. Let's do it all. That shit scared the hell out of me. I too. I know what the fuck. Shout out to Vegas though. For sure, man. So for everybody watching this, what is the last impression you want to tell everybody for your mind of the music? For my mind of the music, I want to let everybody know this. I want to say, most definitely, I want to thank everybody who has ever streamed, downloaded, listened to anything I've ever done. And what I want to end y'all with is, I'm not the same. I done grew, I done matured, and I'm about to be giving y'all bodies of work that's going to be ridiculous. You hearing it from me right now, Peoria native. I'm in Vegas now. And what I mean by that is I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, I'm gonna be a lot. So I don't want y'all to be listening and seeing and saying, man, we remember, no, it's a new me, it's a new day, and I'm gonna show y'all that in every song. So I just want y'all to believe it, follow it, and understand I'm not playing. 2021 mine, and we gonna get on. And I'm gonna most definitely keep my boys into it. You already know this ain't just no getting on, no, and I'm speaking into existence. It's about to happen. I'm being real. So just know, I'm not playing. Just know.
Facts.
That's what we gonna end it with.
Oh yeah, and then you know, I haven't addressed the top 10 like that. M.Young was top 2 this year and last year. This year he was pretty much 1. So what was that like? You wasn't there. You wasn't in. I wasn't
even in the city.
So we gotta talk about that for a quick second. Top 10, 2 years in a row. What's that like, man?
Man, it feel good to me because anything, and I want to most definitely say this. Everybody got their own opinions, so I'm gonna give mine. I feel like that was putting fire up people's asses, and it most definitely put the music scene in a situation to where it made it interesting. And I don't understand why making something interesting turned into bullshit. And it was never supposed to be like that. I honestly feel, as a grown man, he came on and he said, man, I got a lot of artists in my city. So why not do certain things like concerts at the, what's the theater called? At the Apollo. Why not have Mind of the Music? Why not have CoJack's Corner? That wasn't doing nothing but keeping us active in this small city. Who else was doing it? People weren't thinking like that. But now, so if you cut that off, what they gonna have then? Oh, we don't care. No, you should care. Any accolade I take, and especially if it's from my city, with a group of people sitting around with their own opinions, cool. I love that. I take it, and I'm gonna take it every single time. So how I feel, it feel pretty damn good, my boy. And I don't give a fuck who don't agree with it. You keep doing that shit. Don't let that shit discourage you. Keep doing that shit, bro. Even if motherfuckers complaining about the top 10, if they was on it, I guarantee you they won't say shit, and that's for my kids.
Hey man, Mind of the Music, M.Young. Solo behind the camera, CoJack. Y'all know the vibes, man. We all the way in Vegas right now, man.
Play with him.
Vegas, man. Make sure y'all rate, subscribe, and review. Follow Up Podcast on iTunes and Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Follow Up Podcast Network. CoJack. Well, actually, man, I got a new IG for the way. It's no longer CoJack_follow-up. It is Follow Up CoJack, all one word. Make sure y'all go fuck with that too, man. Mind of the Music, episode 1. M.Young, we out. God bless.
Follow boy, shawty on this track, so I am killing it. Plug.
I see you, Polo. Hey, this shit's stupid.
Little mama want a soldier, a real nigga that can mold up. I'm getting money, thought I told ya. And we smoking up the pound like a grower. She running out, pick some more. She double back cause I fold up. A young nigga with the toaster. And she fucking with me even though she older. A few bands on the sofa. Try to get it, then it's over. The Louis V on the shoulder. If we ain't talking money, then it's no love. No love. No love. No love. Wake 'em up like some Folgers. Pay me, I'm the owner. Count it up, yeah, we kosher. See a bum in the way, get the blow up. A young nigga finna blow up. Nice whip with the chauffeur. Pulling up and ain't no bad bitch, my bitch, and she so tough. Make it fly today. Got a few thou to play. I know you know. Lil' mama ride with me. Time to get high with me. Come on, let's go. Baby, come vibe with me. Come lose your mind with me. You know I'm that nigga, nobody is stopping me. Little mama want a soldier, a real nigga that can mold up. I'm getting money, thought I told ya. And we smoking up the pound like a grower. We running out, pick some more. She double back cause I fold up. A young nigga with the toaster. And she fucking with me even though she older. A few bands on the sofa. Try to get it, then it's over. The Louis V on the shoulder. If we ain't talking money, then it's no love. No love. No love.